Hi, everybody. Lisa Kessler, Kessler Insurance, and I am here today with my favorite project, Cheers for Charity New Hampshire, with one of my favorite people, Miss Joanne Burchuck. How are you, Joanne?
Hi, yes, Lisa. Good to see you. I'm Joanne Burchuck. I'm with Lighthouse Physical Therapy and working on our passion project here, Cheers for Charity. And we have another great organization to introduce you to today. So we would like to welcome both Julie and Diane from the Alliance for the Greater Good. Welcome, ladies, and please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do there.
Thank you, Lisa, and thank you, Joanne. Hi, my name is Julie Johnson. I'm the president and one of the co-founders of the Alliance for Greater Good. And thank you so much for inviting us to talk about our organization. Joining me today is Diane Alley, one of our board directors. I'd love to start. I'd love to start out to talk about our mission, which is to rally the kindness in people to meet community needs. We believe strongly in the power of kindness and its ability to make a difference in the life of others. Most people want to give, but they simply don't know where to start. The Alliance is all about connecting those who want to help with those in need. We often partner with community organizations and nonprofits to help them collect and distribute goods, raise funds, and support our neighbors in need. Sorry. Something that is somewhat unique about us is that we support a variety of community-based organizations and other nonprofits. Instead of just one single beneficiary, we love to offer choices that resonate with our donors and supporters. For example, some are very passionate about bringing joy to seniors in assisted living facilities. Others may really want to help food insecure families. So by offering a choice, we're able to connect a larger portion of our community with those who want to help. We embrace all-inclusive ways to give, time, goods, money, and really believe strongly that we want anyone who's interested to be able to contribute. We also welcome suggestions for charitable events and future beneficiaries. There's always something we don't do, right? And something that we don't do is we don't really accept requests for a specific individual or family. Instead, we connect Alliance donors with organizations that have been vetted by our board.
And I'd love to just build on what Julie shared and tell you a little bit more about the Alliance. So we are an all-volunteer, all women working board of 6 women from a variety of career backgrounds. So we each have a different set of skills and work experience, which is really helpful in running our organization. And we've come together because each of us are really motivated to make a meaningful impact in our community. So we start with kindness, and we address the different needs of folks in our community with respect and compassion and a commitment to bring some sunshine and joy and personal connection, financial support, warm winter clothing, essential school supplies, all those things that we human beings need to live happier and more fulfilled lives. So we have partnered with Women Aid, Perseverance, Portsmouth Welfare Department, Take Out Hunger, Gather, and many local assisted living facilities. So together with our amazing volunteers, we have coordinated events to help school children, food insecure families, assisted living residents, women transitioning from shelters and recovery centers, and neighbors needing short-term financial assistance. So we have found that by working with the organizations, we gain greater insight into local needs and we're able to touch more lives. It was interesting to us that we recently filled out a funding request and we were asked how many lives we touched in 2022. So we went back over our records and we learned that we made a difference in the lives this past year in over 2,000 community members. Yes, makes us all feel good about that, right? And that doesn't even include our many phenomenal volunteers and donors who just really experience so much joy in participating in our events. Another important thing I wanted to mention about the Alliance is that because we're an all volunteer working board, we're able to give all of our fundraising money to our beneficiaries, except for credit card fees. But so we cover our nominal administrative costs with donations that are specifically earmarked for those costs. And we're also able to keep those operational costs low by tapping into the skills of our board instead of having to go out and hire outside consultants.
You may be interested in just how we got started and how Good Work has helped us. I think you're picking up all those little nice strings of stories along the way. And maybe not unusual, but the Alliance started out as 4 friends who met at a women's walking group. And we wanted to give back, to others, especially during the pandemic. So on August of 2020, we were brainstorming on a friend's patio. And during that brainstorming event, we founded the Alliance for Greater Good. We created an email address, we set up a Facebook page, and we held our first event the following month. Within 90 days, we had actually coordinated 3 charitable events, which was just really incredible. However, while it was amazing, we knew that we needed to put really the appropriate infrastructure in place in order to really become a sustainable organization. And for us, setting up a nonprofit organization was a little overwhelming, especially since none of us had ever done something like that before. So we were very fortunate to become one of Good Work's cohorts in February of 2021, just 5 months after our founding. Truly, that was a blessing. And we echo those positive comments that were shared during your interviews with other Good Work cohorts like Red's Good Vibes. I mean, through that cohort program, we had access to tools and resources and training. And of course, we'd like to give a big shout out to Good Work and to Molly and Maria. We know that you don't need to provide last names for Molly and Maria because everybody in the local Seacoast community knows Molly and Maria. And we also like to give a shout out to Katie, our mentor, for helping us become a 501c3 organization. And we actually became one last year, which was really also amazing. We feel that we owe our success to their incredible guidance and support. And I'm going to hand things back to Diane just to share additional information about events. But before I do, just wanted to break a little bit to see if you guys had any questions about what we've said so far.
I mean, this is great. It's funny, Lisa and I are laughing because I feel like we started this whole Cheers for Charity initiative kind of in the same way, like let's support all the good that's getting done out in our community. And I just see so many synergies to what you guys have created there and what we're trying to accomplish as well. And I love it.
When I was learning about your founding story, it did sound very familiar. And it just comes from the heart, and you just create your own thing, and it gets some momentum, and it just builds and builds, and it's fantastic.
Lisa, you're muted.
I'm saying it's such a blessing to us to be able to hear these stories and to learn about how much is going on in our backyard of just good things, right? Like helping people, helping animals, helping the environment, helping arts, whatever it is. There's just goodness.
Well, you both are fantastic to just shine the spotlight on that. That's great to give us.
We're having a blast.
Wonderful nonprofits.
And you guys are doing a similar thing in terms of shining a view on different kinds of opportunities, right? Like
right. Within one of the events I'd love to share with you is our latest event, Share the Joy, and it's really a fan favorite. We've learned this is our 3rd year of doing Share the Joy, and we had 179 elves volunteer to write personalized holiday cards for seniors in assisted living facilities. So they wrote this year over 1,500 cards. So our board member, Joanne, reaches out to local facilities and they let us know 2 or 3 topics of interest for each resident so that our elves can tailor their cards to those personal interests. So for instance, one volunteer wrote us about a resident who enjoys poetry and how she included her favorite Robert Frost poem in her card. And another volunteer wrote about how her son especially enjoyed drawing a picture of a dog for one of the residents who loves dogs. And she said her family enjoyed writing the card so much that it will become their new family tradition, which we love. And we know from talking with the facility managers that the cards really bring a lot of joy to the residents. But we've also learned, because we've heard from so many of our volunteers who found this really uplifting and meaningful. So a volunteer wrote us who had recently lost her dad, and she told us the experience really impacted me. And I feel so much for seniors at places of care. Doing this felt right and a way to honor my dad. Thank you for doing something so sweet for the residents and allowing me to be a part of it.
Wow.
So in addition to creating this kind of, it's like a circle of kindness and caring and joy, another thing we really love about this event is the ripple effect. So we had several classrooms participate in writing the cards, and we heard from a Little Harbor teacher who said her students enjoyed it so much they wanted to visit or somehow further connect with their residents. And then a third and fourth grade teacher in Rollinsford said her class enjoyed it so much that, and they are so vested in it, that they'd love to continue to write cards throughout the year. So this is just like an example of what we're all about, you know, creating those kindness connections, folks who have the resources, time or money or skills, and they want to give back to their community, connecting those folks with the community members who need a little lift, and doing so with empathy and kindness. So it just brings out the spirit of giving and reminds us how simple acts of kindness can really brighten the day for others and ourselves. And so we just really love that rippling effect.
God, I think this is
And I think we all love to just find ways to give, right? It feels so good when you.
It does.
Yeah, awesome.
gosh, makes me want to go do that stuff. Joanne, all right, we'll talk offline about that. But this might be a great segue opportunity. As you know, there's all these great opportunities. You guys are doing amazing work. We want more people to know about you. If people are, you know, we hope someone watches this and says, "Wow, I want to get involved, volunteer, I want to donate," whatever their magic is. What do they do? How do they track you guys down? How do they follow you? Where do they go? What's the magic?
Sure, I'm happy to take that question. So we have a website, and we'll share that website address at the end. And really, that's a great way to connect with us. You can link into our LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram page. You could sign up to be on our newsletter, and we will keep you in touch every time we have an event or have news to share. Everybody who's signed up to stay connected will get notified of that. And then we do the normal launch, you know, of an event, and try to get it out to the news. But really, that's a big challenge for nonprofits, is how do we get the word out? So we appreciate any opportunity we have to kind of get our name out there, and so forth. So I think at the end, if we just could make sure it's very prevalent to people, just go to our website, allianceforgreatergood.com, and I'm doing .org, sorry. And you'll be able to really learn, you know, all of what we've done. And really, to give you a further recap, since we started, which a little over 2 years ago, not only have we distributed 1,500 cards this last year, but collectively through the 3 events, we've given out 4,300 holiday cards to seniors. And we've actually collected and distributed over 6,200 hats, mittens, and scarves for food insecure families that we gave out during Gather's Thanksgiving distributions in the past 3 years. And we've raised over $13,700 for a variety of beneficiaries. This past year, something new we did is we celebrated World Kindness Day, which is held every November on November 17th. And we actually created a Kids Kindness Bingo Challenge to really spark meaningful conversations about kindness and inspire small kind acts. And so this was a very different event for us. We really was more of an awareness and really getting people talking about kindness as opposed to really kind of working with an organization and having some, good services or money provided. But through this effort, really our message was that kindness is the best superpower of all. We think kids really resonate with wanting to have a superpower. And, when you are kind, you have the ability, you have the power to change the world you live in. And for kids, that can be really a very enticing opportunity, right? And we know that showing kindness makes someone feel happy and loved, but also it makes you feel good too. And when we did this effort, it was new. We had no idea what to expect. And we were thrilled when the Lincoln Street School in Exeter, they asked for 475 bingo cards. And that
Wow.
was their entire school. And we had the great pleasure to meet their school counselor. And she shared it's been really super challenging for their students to navigate all the social ups and downs, particularly navigating through the whole pandemic and growing up and being part of a large community. And, they're working with their students to develop the skills that they need to be their best self, but it has certainly been challenging from what we've learned. And she just felt like focusing on kindness and including some sort of fun activity like kindness bingo would really help them on their journey. And, we learned in some of our research on kindness, some facts and figures that are a little bit unnerving. For example, did you know that 1 in 4 children in the US experience bullying at school on a regular basis? And so teaching kids to be kind to everyone, even if they're different, and to stand up to bullying when they see it, turns them into brave and kind adults. So we were so excited to hear after our event that they really had a great time with the Kids Kindness Bingo Challenge and really felt it was a fun way to talk about kindness. And it came at just the right time for them. So I'm going to switch gears, and I'm sure we all know the saying, go big or go home. So we are getting ready to really go big and do our largest event ever. And Diane would love to share the thrilling news and event details.
I would. So our signature event is a Lantern Festival, and we are just so excited to be an approved event partner for Portsmouth, New Hampshire 400th. So we will be hosting a family-friendly community lantern festival on September 30th at dusk on the South Mill Pond in Portsmouth. So we will be selling paper lanterns that folks will decorate with a kindness message. And then our volunteers will place a tea light inside and we'll float them on the pond. It's just really a beautiful visual. We'll also have face painting, we're hoping, for the kids, and music, so it will be very family friendly. But the best part is we will be raising money for Seacoast Mental Health Center. So I'm sure everybody here knows that since the pandemic, mental health needs have really skyrocketed. We know that 1 in 4 young adults in the US were treated for mental illness during the pandemic. And that is just really a staggering statistic. And of course, mental health is just one part of being a healthy human. And just when our neighbor or friend has a medical issue, you want to help them, in the same way we believe that a caring community supports its members who need some help meeting their mental health needs. So our Lantern Festival, the theme is illuminating 400 years of community kindness. And our goal is to inspire acts of kindness and to shine some light on the need for mental health services and to raise a ton of money for Seacoast Mental Health Center. Lastly, I just wanted to also tell you that we are thrilled to say that we were accepted as a capstone client for the UNH Paul College of Business and Economics Marketing Workshop this spring. So we will be assigned a 6 to 8 person team of UNH seniors who are majors in marketing, and they will work with us to design and implement a marketing plan for us to address the need that Julie was talking about, to get the word out to more volunteers and more prospective donors. And they're going to specifically address how we can maximize our marketing event efforts for the Lantern Festival. So we are incredibly psyched about that. That starts like in the coming week. The kids are already in class and we're going to meet them in a week or so. So we would love any and all to take an active role in the Lantern Festival by making a donation on our website, or attending and purchasing a lantern or two, or by volunteering. And we will need over 80 volunteers on September 30th. So we're in the market.
That's amazing.
That
So,
sounds like so much fun.
Yes, definitely save the day.
that's awesome. Well, you guys have given us so much wonderful information. We are so grateful for your time and sharing all this goodness and kindness. Makes us very happy. And thank you for all you do. Thank you for being with us, and we just appreciate you.
Great. Well, we also appreciate the work that you do. As I said earlier, that getting the word out is one of our biggest challenges. And with 100 videos that you have posted, I just feel like that is so remarkable. And that really helps to amplify the mission of nonprofits like ours. So we can't thank you enough for what you do. I mean, it really is a very collaborative community, and we just keep enjoying experiences where people are so willing to help each other out and to share.
I completely agree. So thank you, and hope tons of people watch this.
Thank you so
Well,
much.
thank you. We hope to see you at the festival on September 30th.
Perfect.